Introduction. Hey there, amazing viewers. Welcome back to our channel. Remembering him on his death anniversary, so today, we're diving into the incredible journey of one of the most iconic figures in tech history, Steve Jobs. From a visionary dreamer to the CEO of Apple, Jobs' story is one of inspiration and leadership. So, grab your popcorn, sit back, and let's explore the leadership case study of Steve Jobs. Act 1. The Visionary Beginning. Our story starts in the 1970s, in a garage where Steve Jobs and his friend Steve Wozniak set out to change the world. They created the first Apple computer, the Apple I, sparking the vision that would transform their lives. Act 2. The Rise and Fall. As Apple grew, so did the challenges. Despite his innovative ideas, Jobs' leadership style clashed with the company's direction, leading to his departure in 1985. This setback, however, didn't stop him. Act 3. The Comeback Kid. In 1997, Apple was struggling. That's when Jobs returned to the company he co-founded. With a renewed focus on innovation and design, he introduced products like the iMac that brought Apple back into the limelight. Act 4. The iPod, iPhone, and beyond. The new millennium saw Jobs unleash a series of groundbreaking products. The iPod revolutionized music, while the iPhone redefined communication. Jobs' ability to anticipate consumer needs was a hallmark of his leadership. Act 5. The reality-distortion-field. One fascinating aspect of Steve Jobs' leadership was his reality-distortion-field. He had a unique ability to convince others to believe in his ideas, even when they seemed impossible. This charismatic persuasion was a key ingredient in his leadership style. Act 6. Facing setbacks and adaptation. It's important to note that Jobs faced numerous setbacks along the way. There were product failures and internal conflicts. However, his ability to adapt, learn from mistakes, and pivot when necessary showcased his resilience as a leader. Act 7. A hands-on approach. Unlike traditional CEOs, Jobs was deeply involved in the product development process. He wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty, and this hands-on approach trickled down throughout Apple's culture, fostering innovation and attention to detail. Act 8. Empowering a creative culture. Steve Jobs fostered a culture where creativity flourished. He believed in hiring players and giving them the freedom to explore their ideas. This approach led to the creation of products that were leaps ahead of the competition. Act 9. The Dark Side of Leadership. While Jobs' leadership had many positive aspects, it also had its challenges. His perfectionism and demanding nature could be taxing on employees. This serves as a reminder that even visionary leaders need to balance their intensity with empathy. Act 10. The Lasting Legacy. As we reflect on Steve Jobs' journey, we see a legacy that extends far beyond products. He left behind a company culture, a design philosophy, and a way of thinking that continues to shape Apple and inspire countless leaders worldwide. Act 11. Takeaways for aspiring leaders. So, what can we, as aspiring leaders, take away from Steve Jobs' story? Embrace your passion and let it drive you. Be willing to take risks and challenge the status quo. Remember that even failures can lead to success. And finally, cultivate a culture that encourages innovation and empowers your team. Act 12. Lessons in Leadership. So, what leadership lessons can we learn from Steve Jobs? First, his unwavering passion and commitment to his vision taught us to never give up, even in the face of failure. Second, his relentless pursuit of perfection and emphasis on design showed us the importance of aesthetics. Lastly, his ability to inspire and lead a team towards a common goal demonstrated the power of effective communication. Act 13. Legacy and Conclusion. As we wrap up this case study, it's clear that Steve Jobs wasn't just a CEO. He was a visionary who changed the way we live, work, and connect. His story reminds us that leadership is about more than just making decisions. It's about inspiring others and shaping the future. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Steve Jobs' life and leadership. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. Miss you forever.